Ho, 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 and a Merry Christmas, listeners of the Geeknode podcast. I feel like a really creepy Santa Claus right now, but I'm okay with that. This is the first podcast of 2016 due to a cock-up that was entirely not my fault in any way, shape, or form. Our last podcast from 2015 featuring the illustrious Cavie was unusable due to audio errors. Like I said, whatever...
That's not nice.
Yeah, whatever you think, it's okay. It wasn't my fault in any way. I had nothing to do with the fact that the audio was broken. It was the will of the gods, and I apologize. But we have, luckily, Cavie has been good enough to rejoin us, and we are joined by Mr. A.G. Sonday as well. So, hello, gentlemen. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm also good, thank you.
Just to clarify, the will of the gods, those are Hindu gods.
Oh, absolutely. We're going
not
full...
the good Christian kind of gods.
No. We're going full Shiva and the rest.
Yeah, because Christmas is a pagan holiday, as you know. So, the Hindu gods felt a bit left out, I think. So, we did a Christmas podcast, and they were, it's FOMO with them always.
This is
so,
bullshit.
Yeah,
this is absolute bullshit. You're not taking up people to do your rubbishy pagan Christmas podcasts.
So Shiva giveth, Shiva taketh away, basically.
Well, with one of the 8 hands she giveth, and one of is it 8 hands?
That's another one, but yeah, pretty much.
It's a different one. It starts. That's a K, isn't it? Damn it.
It's kind of like a magic 8 ball. Depends on which comes out.
Okay.
But yeah.
Although
I'm getting there.
The one with 8 hands, if you put a candle in each hand, you've got a Jewish menorah.
Oh, handy. You get them to hold it up above their head. See, we are such a multinational, multiracial, theological podcast.
So inclusive.
This week. So inclusive. Nobody needs a safe zone at all. And we don't and we even have a female representative here today. Lauren is back to join us in place of Werner, who has suffered just a complete meltdown and tried to shoot someone in the leg with a BB gun, but unfortunately it was Jacob Zuma, and now he's in jail.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Lauren, how are you?
Viva the revolution!
Yeah, Zuma must fall over a little bit because he got shot in the leg with a BB gun.
Yep.
How was your Christmas, everyone? Was it lovely?
It was good. A lot of food. No gym.
Nice.
So that combination basically means I've put on all the weight. So basically, Christmas is kind of like proof that Santa Claus exists through my stomach, if that makes sense.
We all start to look a little bit more like him.
Kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. I just need a big white
Friday. So I ended up having to go to mosque on Christmas, which was weird. And got a speech from the sheikh about how we should not deify Jesus and that Christmas is a travesty. So that was great.
So that's a funny story, actually.
Nice.
I went to a nativity play, which is, as you guys know, a story of Jesus' birth. And I'm not Christian. In fact, I'm pretty much the opposite of Christian. So I'm. Wait, is anybody here Christian?
No.
No. Matthew, are you Christian?
I can't even say I'm agnostic because it's not that I don't know. I
just
don't care.
So I'm the opposite of a Christian, which is called logical, and
Yay!
we got to sit through this nativity play, and they did it like sort of now. Ask anybody who actually has brains. They've pretty much read the religious books, so you kind of know when to spot the things that are being done. So this nativity play, which preached God's word, fell foul of things like gossip and things like belittling others and so on, which is always a classic. And
absolutely, religious intolerance for the win.
Yeah, it ended in this pastor giving the speech that just pretty much moved me, like it really truly shook my core, because he talked about finding a way for for God to enter your life and to give you a sort of a platform, to love yourself and those around you and so on. And he spoke about it in a way, sort of, what are you doing for God? And very quietly, very calmly, in a very Dale Carnegie fashion, alluded to his final line, which was quite literally, "Don't leave. The offerings are going around." So
Nice. What are you doing for God? He will help you. And that, by the way, this BM isn't paying for itself. You'll need to throw some money in that little tin.
God is like
Okay,
me.
cool. Cool. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm lucky that I don't have to get dragged into any religious things over the Christmas. The religion literally is the worship of the roast potato. Actually, that should be a thing.
All the food.
All the food, all the turkey, all the roast potatoes, all the roasted
God, so much
parsnips,
food.
all... Oh, man. It's so
Well,
good.
surely it could be like an offshoot of Pastafarianism, like radical Pastafarianism.
Exactly what I'm thinking. Roast potatoism? No, it doesn't work.
Speaking of
I've got a
Pastafarians,
feeling.
actually, they're trying to legalize their religion somewhere.
I would hope they
I-
do.
Briefly.
All hail the flying spaghetti monster, and
Yeah.
may he touch you with his noodly appendage.
the funny thing about religious tolerance is that it doesn't matter what the religion is. You have to tolerate it, or you're a bigot. So
Yeah,
bring forward the spaghetti monster of destiny.
absolutely. Let's be honest. If Scientology can be considered a religion, so can Pastafarianism.
And yeah, Mormonism. Don't forget.
Oh,
Never
well, no,
forget.
I used to date a girl who grew up in a Mormon community. That shit is weird. Like she wasn't like practicing or anything, but she grew up and her mom was Mormon and that, and it's they're an interesting bunch. But yeah, anyway, so we managed to just completely
So speaking of
jump
force,
into
I
the
mean,
religious things.
speaking of religions, did you guys? I suppose-
Jediism is a religion recognized.
Perfect. Yeah,
That's how we get there. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
I
yeah,
still haven't talked enough about Star Wars, so I have to do it.
Has everyone watched the movie?
I have.
Yes.
We finally
Yeah.
we finally got to go and watch it last Wednesday. So
Nice one.
yeah.
And what
I'm
did you
all-
think
now
of
I'm
you
the
all
can-
caught up.
ending? You guys like upset that they're kind of alluding to that whole good daughter, evil son thing?
I think of the opposite, but I'll share my opinion just now. You guys contribute.
I'm just upset that Kylo Ren's a little whiny bitch.
He's
Like,
got
he's
the most
seriously-
asshole looking face ever.
He's such an emo.
Oh, he's very emo.
He's got he gets daddy issues, and then every time something doesn't go his way, he has a tantrum and breaks everything in the room.
Yeah. It makes for a great parody
Videos.
account though on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I have not followed that, but I really want to
Do
now.
it.
What's the what is that at?
It's emo Kylo Ren, I think.
I think it's at Kylo Ren, but with a 3 instead of an E. Is that
Oh,
what
yep,
you
I
must-
got him. Yep. It's first one. I put at KYL, and it's like, yeah, this is the guy you're looking for. Like, oh, nice.
So,
okay, cool.
so here's a weird thing. Oh, there you go, Ren's right activist. I love it. As you guys know, in the movie, spoiler alert for those who need it, Kylo Ren is the douche, and he's like this unhinged sort of white guy character. And I don't know if you guys know, J.J. Abrams is kind of like a hyper progressive. So he's one of those guys who feels like, we have to have the female character and we have to have the sort of person of color as the good guys kind of thing. So you'll notice, like, of the good guys, the one white male character dies, and all the other ones are just sort of like there to be happy. And the other white male character are the bad guys. It's like the dude from Ex Machina whose name General Hux, and then there's Kylo Ren. Even Snoke is a bit white. Let's be honest. He's pasty, but he's white.
Yeah.
So we know that fact. But I have this really cool theory about Kylo Ren, and I've been saying it to pretty much everyone in the hopes that someone remembers it when episode 8 comes around.
We had a bit of a
think that-
conversation about this on Twitter, and then you linked it, and I never got to read the whole thing because I had to pop out. I'm actually
I'll-
bleed, so I want to hear it now.
Go
Okay,
for it.
okay, cool. Like, first of all, I kind of like Kylo Ren. I mean, I do think he's a bit of an emo whiny, but the thing about him is, like, I think that he's, I suppose, a double agent. I think that he is. First of all, he's the most human character in the Star Wars universe, and let's be honest, that takes some doing because if you guys remember Anakin, but
Oh, don't.
I think
I
that
remember
he
Sand.
so basically, the story is sort of about Rey And Rey, my theory goes that Rey is Kylo's sister, and it's kind of shot out of the water by the fact that J.J. Abrams is a hyper progressive, so he won't do it. But also, Han and Leia don't really talk about a daughter. But essentially, my theory boils down to Luke tried to start up the Jedi Order again, and he and Kylo did it sort of together, or Ben Solo did it together. Meanwhile, not forced, but Han encouraged Rey to join the Jedi Temple as well. Then, at some point, Luke and Ben, did this sort of plan together to infiltrate the Sith from within, find out who Snoke is, and kill him. So someone had to be a bad guy. And Luke was too well known. He destroyed the Emperor, so he wouldn't get away with it. So it had to be Kylo. And when the Knights of Ren attacked, he basically protected Rey, kept her safe, took her to an extra planet, sort of like quietly just sort of left her there, suppressed her memories. And then he joined the Knights of Ren and became a Sith. So like there is a part where Han is on the bridge scene. Han is talking to Kylo and he's like, there must be something I can help you with, and or he's rather saying to Han, there's something you can help me with, and that's my thinking. Like when I was watching it the second time, I was like, he's trying to, like, he's gonna use Han, he's gonna kill him because he doesn't like Han, because Han forced Rey. This is my opinion anyway, but Han forced Rey into becoming a Jedi, and sort of put her life in danger when she was too young. So he doesn't like Han in the first place. He is somewhat evil. He's like an unhinged Jedi, if you want to say that. And if he kills Han, then like he's pretty much cemented his dark sideness, dark side.
He's got his dark side creds.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Snoke will, bring him into the inner circle, which is exactly what happens at the end. He tells Hux to recover Ren so that he can begin his training. So my basic theory is that Ren is Kylo's a double agent, which could potentially tease at Rey being the bad guy. I don't think it'll happen, but that's my theory.
I don't know. It's an interesting theory, but I don't think it's gonna happen because of a lot of things. Firstly, okay, it's been confirmed that Kylo Ren is gonna have a major sort of developmental character arc over the trilogy. So
yeah.
Like, he has to undergo some sort of changes, definitely.
Well, consider everyone hates him now.
Yeah. Well, it can only get better. But I think he had to start off that way because he has to sort of embody some element of that typical Skywalker trait. Like, Luke was a whiny bitch when he started. Anakin was a whiny bitch up until the volcano.
Yeah. And even a little bit afterwards while he was on fire.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this has to kind of be a starting point. But as for Rey and everything, I kind of think Rey has some kind of relation to Luke. Given the whole,
well, they would be niece and nephew of Luke, wouldn't they?
I don't think
his daughter.
I think that's
she might not be his daughter, but something. Like, there's some kind of close relation, which would explain the whole lightsaber thing, and the fact that she ends up being the one to go find him instead of, his sister or something.
Although, consider that, like, before it was Luke's, it was Obi-Wan Skywalker. Obi-Wan's lightsaber.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought maybe she might be somehow related.
Before it was
Darth Vader's. It was Darth Vader's.
Before it was Luke's, it was Anakin's. So it's the Skywalker's, like, lightsaber. It wasn't Obi-Wan's. Obi-Wan was keeping.
Fair enough. Obi-Wan sort of took it from Anakin, yeah, but
he just hung out with it, and then Luke pointed at his face.
I really hope it's Obi-Wan's relation, to be honest.
Maybe.
Cool.
I mean, Obi-Wan had to have been doing something all those years on Tatooine. I mean, he had to get lonely or something.
Some people, yo.
But
ask yourself why there's so many Jawas around.
Precisely.
Obi-Wan is the offshoot of Obi-Wan fucking sand people, basically. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Well, the whole twins thing does. There we go. If that comes to pass in the movies, you'll have to bow down to me as the new Nostradamus.
Fair enough.
So I like the twins aspect because it ties into some of the novels that I read that were post Return of the Jedi and Empire and that trilogy, the ones that had Admiral Thrawn, and they had Leia and Han Solo
Yeah.
having twins, a boy and a girl who were very strong in the Force. So that ties in quite interestingly with that. So I'm really hoping that he goes full on evil. I really hope that Kylo Ren isn't pulling a Snape, and he is legit just gonna turn into an evil son of a bitch. Like, killing his dad was the final nail in the coffin, because he was, teetering, and he had these feelings and that, and he was all emo about it, and "Meh, why do I feel the pull of the good and the light side?" And I think killing his dad was like the final thing where he just goes, right, fuck it, yeah, Errol, I'm gonna die now, I'm just gonna chop shit up. That's what I want.
Fair enough.
That would be great. I'll watch that movie over
I would
and over.
love to see that, actually.
Just
I
him
think
just
I'm also
walking
really
in
hoping it
everywhere.
goes that way.
Oh, they need a good bad guy.
Like, I want
There
for him
hasn't
to
been
be,
a good bad guy since Darth Vader.
I want for him to be more than Darth Vader. Like, Darth Vader was still pretty much just the Empire's lapdog.
Yeah.
Aside
Towards
from,
the end.
the occasional... Yeah. Well, I mean, aside from the occasional general he choked and whatever, but he pretty much followed the Empire's orders.
Yeah.
Whereas I
Well, I
want
mean, and they
Kylo
even
Ren to
mocked
be
him.
this, like,
Kill Snoke.
this sort of
kill,
unhinged...
kill a planet.
Yeah.
Just like blow up a system with his bare hands.
Yeah. Especially since he's a Knight of Ren and the leader of the Order, because the Knights of Ren don't really... They're kind of in this grey area where they don't align with Sith or, like, Jedi or anything. They're just on their own. So he could very well be planning to overthrow Snoke and kind of just do his own thing.
Well,
You
yeah,
guys
become
think Snow
the
could
king.
maybe be Darth Vader?
I had not considered that.
No.
I had an opinion of
I
him
was
being
hearing
the strong belief is that he's Darth Plagueis, if you guys know who that is.
Oh, yeah.
Sidious's old master, but it does break the rule of two. Vader would make more sense, actually.
Darth Plagueis would actually be very interesting, though, because there's sort of... it's kind of alluded to that Darth Plagueis sort of impregnated Anakin's mother with pure midichlorians to make Anakin.
I'm sorry.
Prequel
I
nonsense.
heard everything in that sentence except there was one word in there
Yeah,
that just
I
made no
know.
sense, and I don't understand. Yeah. No, I hope
I should not have mentioned that word.
That's the word.
I apologize.
Hey man, it's the midichlorians. No, I'd love him to just be a hard bastard who just murders the shit out of everyone. Like, I want to see him rip through people, like proper Darth Vader style, and not like pansy Darth Vader style where he went good. Like, just an evil son of a bitch. Just everyone must die. That's what I want to see. And you know what? If the Empire win it at the end, I'm happy with that. If they wipe out everyone and take back control of the entire galaxy, I'm entirely okay with that. The bad guys don't get to win very often, and I think it's their time.
There was actually an article, the first Star Wars related article I read, because like when the movie first came out, it was like this how do I say it? This like globally silently accepted ban on talking about Star Wars initially,
Yeah.
and the first article I read about it was basically this dude who said Star Wars sort of ruined his original trilogy for him because it meant that like the happy ending that he got was taken away. Like they didn't all end up happy, and it wasn't this euphoric ending and stuff. And I sat and looked at this article, and like I remember reading from a while back now that George Lucas didn't initially intend for there to be a happy ending. Like Luke was supposed to be alone. Leia and Han didn't really get together. It was just a bunch of like half questions left entirely open to interpretation at the end. What do you call it? A lukewarm ending, so to speak. But
I see what
Good
you did
pun.
there.
but
Yeah.
like this bro is unhappy because basically The Force Awakens proves that nobody got their happy ending, and I'm like, that's the most real thing in the world, dude. What are you crying
Absolutely.
about right now?
The only time you get a happy ending is if you go to the right Thai massage parlors, okay? Your life
Yeah.
does not have happy endings for everyone. No one rides off into the sunset. Life is pain.
Thing is, though, to be fair, that happy ending did happen, and it lasted for a while. I mean, it lasted for at least a good 10, 15 years. Luke got to start up a Jedi Academy and whatever. He had apprentices. Han and Leia had a kid. And then everything went to shit. Like, you have to acknowledge things are going to go wrong over the course of 30 years. So it's plausible.
Yeah, something would arise from the ashes. I mean, when you think about it, the Empire wasn't just the Death Star, and it wasn't just that one fleet. When you're thinking about a galactic civilization or a galactic empire, it would have had multiple fleets, some out on the fringe planets that would take time to get back, all that kind of thing. You could see where they would be able to, almost like Phoenix rising from the flames of the stormtroopers to have the Order come up.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's quite believable.
I read a post somewhere that sort of took extended universe figures and sort of some things from the original trilogy and extrapolated a figure of about 2 billion troops spread out across all the Empire's Star Destroyers in the entire galaxy.
Yeah.
That's a shitload.
Yeah. You said it's a lot of hacking with a lightsaber to get through that lot. Yeah. Although I tell you what, I would happily start a Kickstarter right now, and if we get enough money, we force J.J. Abrams to have, at the end of the 9th movie, Kylo Ren's about to win, and then Kyle Katarn just steps out from nowhere and fucking bitch slaps him. And that's it. The movie ends. just Kyle Katarn just walks out, just goes, fucking stop it. Quack. And that's it. Kylo Ren down, unconscious, dead, whatever. It doesn't matter. His head can fly off as far as I care. Kylo Ren is the king. No, Kyle Katarn is the king. I want to see him in a movie. I was so excited for the chance to have him pop up. I know there is still a chance if you play the Jedi Academy games, especially Jedi Academy 2 with the hidden Jedi Temple and all that kind of thing, and Kyle Katarn's involvement with that story arc. That would be so cool. I would literally have a nerdgasm in my trousers.
Well, I mean, where else would you have it?
Surely not
in someone else's
not on your
trousers.
face.
Well, you never know. Sometimes,
Dude, how epic with the
friendly
Goosebumps, though?
fire.
How epic were the Goosebumps that first time you sat in the cinema when it started? When it was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
It's so good.
The entire cinema held their breath, and then the Star Wars logo came on, and it was just this complete, I don't know, cinema-wide goosebump feeling of just euphoria. It was incredible. It was incredible to be part of. Although I didn't
weird
technically
moments
go
for
on.
me.
I went on release day, so everybody there
was a bit
hyper
late.
fans.
I think
I
I
was
went
probably already
just
late.
after release day. It was a weird moment for me because I've watched all the Star Wars movies and that opening is so iconic. And yet when the prequels came out, I was obviously too young to actually appreciate it, and now it was the first time I've actually been in a cinema for it. And it was just this wave of emotion.
Well, one of my first things that... Sorry, Lauren, carry on.
Everyone clap at the end while you guys are in cinema.
They did in my
I've
cinema.
never had that
one
experience.
or two people started, and I immediately hated them and wanted them to die.
People in Durban just don't.
Why?
I hate people who clap at cinema. It's the same as people who shout at the TV during a sporting event.
Exactly.
They can't fucking hear you.
I clap
What are you doing?
Series.
Who are
in
you
my
clapping
room.
for?
Yeah, a good Game of Thrones episode. I'm like, yay, it was awesome.
Yeah, but that's like a yay little happy clap for yourself. That's not like congratulations on the stupendous movie. Well done.
Please
Well done,
pass
JJ.
by the Kylo
I
Ren.
was in a movie once. I honestly have no idea which movie it was. May have been Avatar. And at the end, people
Space
gave it a standing ovation. Why? James Cameron can't see you.
Who were they standing for?
I don't get exactly. Yeah. What do you expect of you? Encore. No, it's a cinema. Sorry, I for some reason thought I was at a theater. No, it's stupid. I don't get it. If the person who is involved in it cannot see you in any way, what do? You applauding the fucking guy who's pushing the switch in the booth?
I had a great cinematic experience.
Yeah, so did I. I really enjoyed the movie. I don't feel the need to clap my hands about it like a fucking retard or
You're
a seal.
British and you're cynical.
No, well, yeah, that's also true. But yeah, I may not be the best person to ask questions on this because I am indeed a massive cynic. But I legitimately it pissed me off. Like, it soured my movie experience to a certain degree that two people clapped. Because I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
There was
There is-
in
There
our
is one
cinema-
instance. Oh, go ahead,
Go
David.
ahead, AG.
There is one instance where crowd reactions make an improvement on the movie. If you're watching horror in a cinema, which you shouldn't because most of them are shit, to hear frightened people screaming at shit that's just not scary.
No, that's
It
great.
just
Yeah, yeah.
intensifies the humor.
That's 100%. But if some twat sat up and it went, oh, you know what? The way he used that meat cleave was absolutely astounding. Well done, sir. Well done. Bravo.
This is what happened in our cinema. There was one really animated but perfectly bored old man who pretty much accompanied his kids there. I assume maybe he watched the original Star Wars and then life took over and he was just a horrible shell of a person by the time these ones came around. So he was sitting in the cinema and just passing commentary on the movie while it happened.
Oh, what a
And
dick.
I came very close to just like getting up and telling him to shut up.
Oh,
Like,
my God.
it was difficult, but whatever. It's
Like,
part of the experience.
I'm a cynical bastard, but oh my God. I wouldn't do something like that's just a dick move.
The exact same thing happened to me yesterday. I went to see Joy with a few friends, and I assume she was colored. I couldn't see because it was dark, but she was sitting a few seats away from us. And throughout the movie, she's giving this running commentary or just verbal reactions. You know the way people overdo it in movies? Where they're like, oh, don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
That was her.
Yeah.
The
That's my
entire
mother.
film. Wait,
Well,
so
was that
so
literally
Your mom,
was that
your mom
literally
flew to
your mother?
Durban.
The colored woman?
Yeah, probably. Probably. She does that
She-
when she goes
she-
to the movies. That's why I don't go to the movies with her sometimes. 'Cause
She
She
goes
asks
in
questions.
blackface?
What?
She goes in blackface?
It's
No!
colored face,
Puts,
technically,
like-
so it's like brown
It was a
face.
color. It was a coloured lady. Oh, a coloured face. Sorry, but like that's a bit. Every time she goes to the movie, is she banned from them and she has to be disguised?
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, that's not that
taking
bad
this
because
too
you
far,
just
fact.
You know what we should go though? What we should do
I
though?
like this.
Like we
brown
should
face
get.
isn't as bad as blackface because you just lather yourself up and spray on tan.
Or,
That's also-
yeah, or just stand outside for a long time.
Nah, then you'll end up like a fucking Oompa Loompa.
But like let's just adopt the Kylo Ren mentality of movie attending. Like, why don't we just wear a mask and like the parts where the eyes go, we just put on those IMAX Polaroids there. So so those are effectively our IMAX glasses. So every time we go in as Kylo Ren to the cinema. I think that could work. I think we should definitely
I
try
also think that's one way to get mistaken for a shooter.
that. And immediately
I think that would be really maybe great, like, cosplay for the bedroom.
Oh, yes.
What,
definitely.
Kylo Ren?
Wait, that could get violent though. I mean,
Yeah,
It's
if he's
going to get
got
violent.
if there's sparks and things coming off the tip of his lightsaber, Lauren, maybe don't let him put it in you.
Yeah, I mean, also if like they're little, if they are tiny ones like shooting out from the sides.
Sticking out the side. What the fuck is that? Oh my god,
guys,
that just conjured up the best mental image and also the worst.
you guys play KOTOR by any chance? Star Wars
Yes,
Knights of the Old
yeah.
Republic. So
Absolutely.
in KOTOR, they teach you how to make lightsabers, and or not teach you, but like you make your own, and
Yeah.
they sort of tell you that if you don't use the proper focusing crystal.
Yeah.
So we gamers have played this. We know this. We understand this.
Yeah.
I suppose maybe if you've read the extended universe, you also know it.
Kylo Ren's
A
a
lot of
noob.
people don't. So I've been actually I'm one of those guys who sort of, if someone's talking about games and I know they're saying bullshit, like just talking out of their ass, I tend to just be quiet and let them do it so that I can be entertained by them.
I find
And,
that surprising.
Yeah. I'm much more of a know-it-all online, but in person I'm not that guy. But yeah, I've been hearing quite a few people talk about how like one's lightsaber sort of mimics one's personality. So Kylo Ren is an unstable guy, therefore his lightsaber is unstable, and yeah, I've been
He's
having
just
a good
shit
time.
at making lightsabers.
I've been having a good time with that one recently. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I see that. Yeah, that was one thing that I really enjoyed about those KOTOR games. They were fantastic. The build going for the different colors. In fact, I got a friend of mine who's playing it right now, a good friend of mine, Josh, and he was saying that he's running around with like a one red and one purple, and he's gone like full
Nice.
dark side. I really struggle to go and use a red or a purple lightsaber just because of the connection to Darth Vader's red lightsaber and that kind of thing. And like I didn't want to play as a dark side player. So I ended up just running around with like green lightsabers or a yellow lightsaber. In fact, I think I use a yellow lightsaber most of all.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember what the difference was that it made specifically using the yellow crystals, but I ended up just doing it mainly for the aesthetic because I'm such a little twat. I was like, no, I can't have a red
Dude,
lightsaber.
I'm with you.
It's a bad
I'm with
one.
you.
You can't. That's Darth. That's the dark side, mate.
You people are such babies.
I know. It was a babyish moment of mine. But,
I want to
you
go
know,
back and play it again, to be honest. Like after The Force Awakens, something inside me awoke, so to speak, and I need to play it.
I'd like to see them make another one. To be
Oh,
honest, I mean, I love
yes,
the
so
ones,
much.
the existing ones, but I mean, it was such a great little franchise that just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
And just didn't get the attention that I think it needed when sadly games like Battlefront and Evolve were created instead.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
But
mean,
like
you have
BioWare,
to-
BioWare moved on. I mean, they
Yeah.
just did other projects. So like,
Yeah.
you know, the old Knights of the Old Republic turned into Mass Effect. So
I can't complain too much, I guess. Yeah, Mass
Yeah.
Effect's pretty
Well, I mean,
good. It's okay. It's alright.
Although, thinking about it, EA owns the rights to Star Wars games going forward. Star Wars is now bigger than anything else.
yeah, and Motion
Sure.
Studios is a story-based studio. So
Yeah,
high potential, high potential.
high potential. I mean, BioWare might even do it after Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, God,
Maybe.
I'm excited for that. I'm loving space at the moment. I've been rereading a bunch of Elite Dangerous novels, and they're really good. So I've started playing that game again, and I can feel it sucking me in. Everything I'm doing nowadays is just space.
Space is cool,
Why are
man.
you going
Space
on
is cool.
playing Diablo with me?
I've been too busy, man. I got to fly around space, and I got to
Why
hunt
don't you
these
guys-
bounties.
Why don't you guys just play Diablo in space? Which is Diablo in space? Is that?
That was StarCraft. That's about
Yeah,
the
I
closest
suppose.
thing.
Hey, I suppose. I was thinking of EVE Online, and I'm like, no, that's way too slow.
Yeah. No, actually, we do. I thought you've been on holiday, Lauren. What are you talking about? You've been overseas. You crazy woman.
I got back from Zambia like on the 3rd of January.
That was only a week ago.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to have a Diablo session then.
Yeah, I've been
That'd be
jamming
good.
Diablo this whole weekend.
Oh, okay.
Diablo-
I've been flying around space. My bad.
Diablo 2, hey, the classic.
2 and
Like-
3.
Oh, see now. So I played 2 like back in the day, kind of thing. I used to actually play on the Twilight server with people. The local Warcraft 3 server that is now mostly defunct. I had a Diablo 3 collector's edition. I got it for my birthday a few years ago, and I sold it because I'm an idiot. And now I really want to play it because I have a PC that can actually run it, and yeah, I need to get it back.
It's pretty good
both, the
actually.
one
I've
with
been having
expansion.
I've been having fun
Yeah.
with it. Yeah, I picked up the expansion, and you got the expansion as well, Lauren.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's good fun.
It's awesome.
It's good chuckles.
I won the collector's edition way back when it came out, and I just won it without really entering anything. It was at a 2-Up Gamers meet, and I didn't play it because I didn't care for it, and I'm actually glad I didn't because I played it a few years later because my ex got me into it, and I finally got a chance to enjoy it because by
You
that
finished
time
it
Diablo
before
was
her.
actually good.
You finished it before her, and then she was done.
That's it. You son of a bitch. I'm leaving. I'm taking my game with me. It's a good game. It's good. It's a good game, but I would highly recommend Elite Dangerous in Plus.
I
I think
have it on
Lauren,
my
you need
wish
to get
list.
it.
I have it on my
You
Steam
guys
list.
need to-
Okay.
oh, you need to pick it up, man. It's so good. I think you're gonna need a controller though. Hey, don't even try and play
Yeah.
that shit with the keyboard.
I play with the-
Forget about it.
Dude, oh my god, I used to be a hardcore PC gamer, like PC Master Race on crack. I used to be like one of those guys, like just like basically like Yanrick but on steroids.
Yeah.
I
Damn.
I got an Xbox in 2009, 2008, 2009ish. I got an Xbox 360, and I was like, let me just try it out, whatever. And then I got like addicted to achievements, and then now, many years later, when I'm back on PC and playing predominantly on PC, I only play with a controller. Like even first-person shooters, I can't do a keyboard and mouse anymore.
What?
Like it's beyond me. Like I play Dota with a keyboard and mouse, and that's it. That's like the limit of my ability.
I don't think I could play these days. I don't think I could play a first-person shooter with a controller with any degree of accuracy.
It's like how? Why would you have a keyboard and mouse, use it, and yet when I use it feels foreign. It feels like I'm doing my hands wrong, if that makes sense.
You just gotta force yourself.
Yeah.
As I suggest to people on a variety of times, just let your hands do what they need to do, force them, get it done.
I feel like you're not talking about games now.
Yeah. Pretty uncomfortable.
What? It's totally about games.
Especially once you start talking about undoing muscle memory.
Absolutely. Oh, you got to get rid of that. That's bad stuff. You got to program it with some new moves.
Just unclench.
Please, it's hurting. Yeah. So, I could never go back to using a controller. To be honest, I mean, I've popped back and forward between consoles and PCs so many times over the year. I mean, God, starting off with way back in the day, Commodore C64. Oh yes. And kind of gone. Then I had a PC, and then I had a Sega Master System, and then a Mega Drive, and obviously the Nintendo consoles that we all had. And then since then, I've just gone like, it'll be one generation I'll be PC, and then I'll be like, okay, let me grab an Xbox 360 and a PS3. And then I played with those for a couple of years, and then I was like, right, I'm going back to PC. And now I'm on PC, and now I'm like kind of, I'm hoping I'm gonna just stick it out here now. I don't think I'm going to go back to console.
I think at this point in time, it's just easier to be a PC gamer. It's expensive, don't get me wrong. You know that sexy exchange rate, but it's more functional. I wrote about this last year on the site formerly known as EGMR, and I basically said like, for how much is it now? 6,000 for around 5,000 or 6,000 you can get a console, and you're gonna spend 1,000 rand per game. So let's say for like 10,000 rand you could do a console and 5 games, and that's pretty much it. And then you still need a TV, I suppose. But for that price, and you need an online subscription, because you can't just do the normal Xbox Live or PSN. Or you need Plus.
You need Gold and Plus. Yeah.
And for that same price, for 10K, you can build like a medium-range PC that can run all games, if not most games, on like decent settings, and then just wait for a Steam sale and buy all the games you want for the price of one console game.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely. Also, with localized Steam pricing,
so much cheaper.
With localized Steam pricing, it's a lot better now.
Yeah, it's so much cheaper to be a PC gamer, and that's just it's a bit sad, because it means that all the console gamers now get screwed. I mean, I can't imagine having to pay 1,100 rand for a game, every so many months.
No. That's freaking ridiculous.
Thankfully, there is a second-hand market, but somebody's losing out now.
Yeah, but then once everyone starts moving on to the whole digital downloads instead on the consoles, and then they're not going to be able to. It's tied to their account, and they're not going to be able to resell the game on afterwards. So your second-hand market's completely dead. And I know that's the way they're going to go, because
we're still a long way off from that, though.
You reckon? I don't know. I'm thinking by the end of next year. Oh, sorry, this year. I reckon that they're going to start. I reckon that they're going to actually just say this game will only be released as digital download. I think they're going to start phasing it in now, so that by the time the next consoles come out, everyone's okay with the fact that it doesn't have a ROM drive of any sort, or Blu-ray or whatever, and it is purely a digital media device.
I suppose you're right, because when I wrote that PS4 article with them releasing all the PS1 and PS2 games for digital download, they seem to be putting their entire library online.
Everyone's going to go that way. Everybody's going that way.
It does make sense in a way, because it's basically, when you buy online, you're licensing the software. So you don't technically own it. You just sort of like allow it to play it. So in the very anti-consumer world that is gaming, it kind of makes sense, like for publishers to maintain that control. So
And you've got no shipping costs. You've got no worries with sending things out all around the world. I mean, it's a major headache. Now you basically just go make sure you've got enough server capacity and go click. Cool. There you go. It's live. Knock yourselves out.
And should we disable these servers? Well, tough.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, that's the way it's going at the moment. I was watching something recently about shit. I can't remember what it's called. It's a game that's coming up. It was on the Gymquisition, which looks quite interesting. But it's going to be a free-to-play, massively MMO RPG. But again, it is going to be tied to eventually they're just going to go. You know what? It's no longer profitable for us to run these servers. Click. And that's it. You now cannot play your game.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. Sad. Let's go back to talking about Star Wars. You're making me sad now. There's no better.
Have you guys Ash vs Evil Dead?
Sorry?
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 Have you guys started watching Ash vs Evil Dead?
No. But is it related to...
Is that...
Evil
Ash?
Dead. Yeah.
This is my boomstick. That Ash.
Yes.
Then I will watch the shit out of it.
Years later, and he reads from the book again, and it's a TV series, and he's just like unleashed a whole new load of evil, and he's going and kicking its ass. And it's hilarious, and it's terrifying, but it's awesome.
Does he get his chainsaw hand back?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm in. Sold. Done. Happy.
What is this? What is Ash vs Evil Dead?
Well, did you ever watch Army of Darkness way back in the day?
I can't say I have, sorry.
Fantastic movie about a guy basically finds this book that the Necronomicon, and reads it, and he gets sucked into a portal into like a medieval style land where he has to go and then get the Necronomicon back from this place and blah blah blah. But he's got a gun because he works at Kmart. No,
Okay.
S-Mart. S-Mart. Shop Smart. Shop S-Mart.
Yeah, I can't remember. They got the shop in the TV series as well.
He's got a gun. Yeah, he's got a rifle stroke shotgun something, and he basically goes around shooting the shit out of skeletons and stuff with a gun. It's fucking stupid, but it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. There's a great bit in the movie where a tiny little guy like jumps into him, and then he splits into two, and the one's fucking psychotic. He's like, "I'm the bad Ash, and you're the good Ash. You're a goody two shoes. You're a goody little two shoes." And then starts punching him in the face. I mean, it's that caliber of comedy that you just cannot find anywhere else, because you just sit there going, "What the fuck is going on?" It's amazing.
It's super terrifying and really funny at the same time. And the cinematics is a lot like that movie. What's that movie with that dude, and he liked that girl, and he had to go like defeat all her boyfriends?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, like the cinematics kind of remind me a little bit of that.
No,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that very much.
I dig it.
We're gonna have to check that out.
I
Then,
need to
think.
give this a look.
Yeah. So it's Ash vs Evil Dead. Check it out, people.
Yes.
Is it available on sneaky little maneuvering by me? Is it available on Netflix?
Smooth.
So smooth. Did you feel that?
Maybe if you got the USA Netflix.
Well, funny you should say that, because I recently signed up with Netflix now that they are available in South Africa.
And how many programs do you actually have? Because like
So
PSU
little.
owns it.
A considerable amount.
So little.
I don't know. I don't know. Look, not compared to the
So few,
States.
I should say,
not
sorry.
compared to the States, but it's not bad. I mean, there's
No,
some good
hey,
stuff
I'm-
there.
Yeah.
I think
Netflix
our
USA is
catalog
good.
is more or less in line with Europe, give or take
Yeah,
a few
that's it,
shows.
Yeah.
So we don't have the States catalog, sadly.
Yeah. So like HBO, HBO is HBO, so that's DSTV. On NASPA's or whatever, whoever owns DSTV, MultiChoice. Sorry.
That's
Um,
MultiChoice, which is owned in its turn by NASPA's.
Yeah.
Yes,
And then
of course.
there's no
Which owns
AMC
Showmax
stuff.
too.
Yeah, pretty much. And then there's no AMC stuff. So The Walking Dead, that other film with the cowboy ninja guy, whatever that film's called, and
Jack Norris?
Cowboy.
I can't remember. But 1 second, I'll tell you now. It's
Cowboy
called
Ninja Guy. I'm trying to think.
Into the Badlands. That's it. Into the
I haven't seen
Badlands.
it.
That's a new one. That's a new one that recently started. Better Call Saul, that sort of stuff is not on Netflix. Then the rest of it is like it's got a decent library, but it needs more. I think it's just the FPV is holding back a lot of series right now. But
Is it
yeah,
better
it's
than
got a
Showmax?
it's
Yeah.
not as how do I say this?
In my opinion, it's better than Showmax, and I have both at the moment because I'm doing a bit of a comparison in my own mind. I honestly, I think Netflix, what it's got on it, is more in line for me. Plus, you can get a 1 month. Your first month is free,
Yeah,
so
you
you
get a
can
free
sign up, check it out, see if it's got shit you like. If it doesn't,
Yeah,
out
the
of
thing
it.
is, Showmax has a lot of shit nobody cares about, but it's a lot more mainstream if you want to say it that way.
Yeah.
But Netflix has a lot of cool things. Like it has the Netflix
Archer.
exclusives, obviously. It has
Archer?
Archer.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, Sterling
So
Archer,
nice.
all up
Yeah.
in that business.
And it has all 6 seasons, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I can tell you what I
The
watch.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I don't know. I
I
didn't
think
look.
there is.
It might be.
I suppose I could check, but I don't know how it'll affect the Skype poll.
To be, you know, the funny thing is, I switched my TV on, so I've got a Samsung Smart TV, and I've got the Showmax app installed there, and it works very well. But I turned on my TV, and it said, "Boop, there's a software update." This is the day after it released, and I switched on my TV purely because I'd just signed up for Netflix, and I was like, "Let me see if there's an app," and it said there's an update, and immediately popped up a Netflix app without me installing anything.
Nice.
So, like,
Nice.
yeah, they're pushing it out, like,
Yeah.
to all the smart TVs and everything, and and it's responsive. It works well.
It streams like a beast here.
It really does. Yeah, I mean, we're not getting 1080, we're getting 720p, but you know what? I'm fine with that.
Did you get the basic one? Oh no, you're still on the trial, obviously.
I'm on the trial for now, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I think it's only up to 720p unless. Oh well, I don't know. What's the difference? You get. Is it up to 1080p? There's three options. There's a basic.
Yeah.
there's
The basic one is 720p. No.
Okay.
It's
No,
only
the
only
basic
standard
isn't-
depth.
Yeah.
Oh, it's standard def, so 480.
Standard depth.
480.
Yeah, the premium one is 720, I think. And then the no, it's 1080p. It's 1080p. The elite one is 4K.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, so I didn't go for 4K because, quite frankly,
I mean, who?
don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't have a 4K
You need
TV.
like a 40 meg line just to
Absolutely.
run 4K.
So yeah, so I'm on
Besides,
the.
I mean,
so
what,
it is actually
what
it
isn't
is
4K
1080.
anyway?
Yeah,
Besides a few
yeah.
movies.
Yeah,
It's just like
well, it wouldn't be
upstream
much.
stuff or upscaled stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm on the TV shows now, and the list includes things like Bates Motel, Jessica Jones, obviously all the Netflix originals, the originals, The 100, Weeds, Daredevil, Under the Dome, Sense8, Pretty Little Liars, Continuum, Black Mirror, Penny Dreadful, The Elementary.
Oh, Penny Dreadful was actually a bloody good series. That needs to
Yeah.
start
You
back
guys
up
don't-
again.
It's great.
There's no three's coming for Penny Dreadful.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It needs to start up soon. I'm deadly keen. That
I think it's
man,
starting
that
up
program is great.
towards the middle of the year or something. I could be wrong.
Yeah. I don't-
Black
don't know
Mirror is
what that-
also a flippin' good series.
Black Mirror.
And Jessica
Black
Jones.
Mirror.
I just finished that this weekend. That was pretty cool.
I
That was awesome,
want
mate.
to I
Do
want
you
to
know-
sit down and watch it, but I read like the little the little blurb beneath it, and I just everyone's raving about it, and I'm reading it going, I don't care about private investigators. I don't.
Okay,
Dude,
it's-
okay, so
It's
so
not
so
really
that plays a
about that.
minimal like thing. It plays like the thing is once you start, you're gonna finish that season, right? But like it
Okay.
plays so little part, like the actual PI stuff.
Okay.
The big thing you need to know about Jessica Jones is that she has PTSD, and
Okay.
the villain is a badass. The villain, like I was genuinely like I know he's a horrible guy, and I should probably feel bad for saying this, but I felt properly sad at the end of the season, like
Yeah,
because you
same.
know you're not gonna see him anymore. He's like
Yeah.
it's the guy who did the ninth Doctor Who. What's his name?
David Tennant.
David
David
Tennant. That's
Tennant.
it.
He was also
and he
in
is a
Broadchurch if you
god.
watched that.
He is magic in the season, like the series.
Okay.
So
I
so
really
you
thought
watch
that
it
he was
basically
like
with
not,
him.
he was like gonna, what the ending was not gonna like. I thought he would, arise from the ashes or something.
Wait,
Yeah,
hang
yeah.
on, headphones off. You can. I've got my headphones off. You can say what you want. I'll put them back on in
He
about
would
5 seconds.
triumph
Is
again,
that the dude
'cause
who's
he
like
triumphs a
spoilers
lot.
don't affect me?
Whole series.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Excellent. Cool. I'll give it a try.
So yeah, so that's how.
No, I don't know
that's
what
how he
happens.
Basically, yeah, that's how he basically makes Jessica Jones feel towards the middle half.
and then he died.
I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try it. I'm gonna have to try it out. I'll give it a shot, and I don't know.
Do give it a go.
will.
Interestingly, not related to Jessica Jones, but another series we've recently been watching at home is iZombie. If you guys care about like, okay, it is a bit of like a sort of weekly cop show because they do solve murders and stuff, but it's basically about this girl who gets scratched by a zombie, turns into one, and then starts working at the morgue for brains. And it's very much in the spirit of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. They do these cool like pop culture references, and they have these really cool sort of like build up. How do you say it? Like build up. Basically, they set up each scene by just making fun of something, and then the next scene plays. So it's like she's like, I finally got my life figured out, and then the next scene is her life just going to shit. That sort of like dumb humor.
Okay.
It's so cool. I love it. Like we started watching and didn't finish until we finished everything. So highly recommend that.
I'll give that one a
Yeah, I've
try.
heard a lot of it. So.
I've got too many things to watch, man. I don't spend enough
It is-
time watching
it is a
TV
bit-
these days.
It is a bit exhausting, to be honest. I've had to cut down on a lot of series recently, just so I have time for other things. But it's like you come home, you watch like 1 or 2 episodes, and you're good. That's pretty much how I do it now.
That's a good way. And Vikings. Oh, I can't wait for Vikings to come
Oh.
back. Game of Thrones, Vikings, The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
We're so spoiled, eh? So spoiled for good things
we
now.
got some good. We have The Walking Dead though. As long as fucking Broomstick Man dies, I'm happy.
Broomstick Man.
Who is Broomstick Man?
Oh, the black
The
dude.
ma-
Why do you
the
hate
man-
him? He's so awesome. I
He
want to
runs
actually
around
learn
with
how
a-
to do that martial art.
What? Like fighting with a bow staff or something? Like he learned how to apparently learn how to fucking fight with a fucking broomstick. He found some ninja master in the middle of a goddamn zombie
Actual martial
apocalypse.
Dude, it's awesome.
You probably
Oh,
found
it
Master
pisses
Splinter
me
down
off.
in like the sewers or something.
You'd be like, you've done well. You've replaced because Raphael did die. He's trading him as a replacement for Raphael.
He's actually
Oh my god.
So
It's
there's
all
this character.
clear.
Do you guys read the comics by any chance? The Walking Dead comics.
I read
Yeah.
them up to the point after the governor blew up the prison.
Okay.
I haven't read past it.
So there's this character called Jesus in the series, literally, and for obvious reasons, AMC won't do that guy. But he's basically this badass character. He does kill though, so I don't know. What's is his name Marcus? I forget it now.
So I think it's Marcus, yeah.
I stand corrected, but it's Broomstick guy like is sort of like playing because like Broomstick guy in the comics he bites it early and he bites it very pitifully. Like he's just like I'm not gonna shoot this gun and I die. That's pretty much it.
Oh,
But,
it goes like a bitch.
But like the serious version is like turning him into a proper badass, and I'm starting to think maybe he's gonna be Jesus' replacement because Jesus basically goes on like he's sort of like this Deus Ex Machina character. He doesn't die. He doesn't get like he's just the biggest badass. He's like
So-
he's more of a badass than we show.
Anytime anything's about to happen, somehow he pulls it out his ass and survives.
Literal Deus Ex Machina. So
So
yeah,
better than
he's-
real Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
His name is actually Paul Monroe, and he's gay. So you can understand
Great.
why AMC wouldn't do him. But
You mean American markets wouldn't like a gay Jesus figure killing zombies?
yeah.
They would
What's-
like it
what
more
is
than
it?
Black Jesus.
That I forgot about that part. That would probably be the stepping stone that fell.
The nail
apart
in the
beneath
coffin.
That would be the final
Coincidentally,
one, yeah.
coincidentally today we saw someone at the airport who's wearing a T-shirt that said what was it? I think it's like I've seen God and she's black or something like that.
Oh.
So
So it goes over really well with some people.
yeah.
Yeah, people.
I'd wear
I
that
just,
I just wear that just for the stairs. I think.
I think you get a lot, but you might also unfortunately get a couple of punches too with this.
Yeah.
The way some people react to things.
Or little
over here.
prayers, depending.
Yeah, well, it could be. That's all right though. If someone walks up to you and goes, "I'll pray for you," just go, "Okay, thanks very
Thank
much."
you.
And carry on
Thanks for
walking.
that.
Thank
Thank you, random citizen.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's a good movie. Need to make another one of those. I love you too, random citizen.
That's the phrase. Yeah, I only
That's the
literally
one.
watched it yesterday, so
Oh, it's a good movie. Megamind, in case anyone hasn't seen it. Fecking great. What was I going to say? I was going to say something, and it was amazing. Oh yeah, so broomstick handle guy, for me, if he doesn't start killing people, he needs to go. Because it's not realistic.
Yeah.
Well, look, okay.
Neither
I know
are
it's, I know,
zombies.
but, I know. I was about to say, I know it's in the middle of a zombie apocalypse and but if in that situation, it's a hypothetical situation, but in that hypothetical situation, should it be real, he would die like a bitch. He would go out like Boba Fett in the fucking Sarlacc pit. That's it. Just like an absolute tool, dead.
Yep.
And I love Boba Fett, but let's be honest, he went out like a bitch.
Just nothing.
I've never understood that. Why do people love Boba Fett so much?
Yeah,
He has maybe like
two
lines in. He has maybe 2 lines in the whole of
Extended-
Empire.
Probably
He's-
extended universe shit.
He has an
He's pretty
Australian
much-
accent and a mismatched armor.
He's pretty
Dude, they're
much
gonna make
just
a
Darth
movie
Vader's
about him,
bitch.
aren't they? Aren't they making a movie about him?
They made a horrible game about him.
Yeah, they're apparently making like an origin story kind of thing or something.
Actually, yes, I did.
But his
someone mentioned
origin
this
story
to me, I
was
can't
in-
think who it is.
It's an Attack of the Clones, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
No, I
my
think
dad
he's a
died like
clone
I
that
did.
was raised by Jango Fett.
But I
Yeah.
think that there is. It may even be something about Jango Fett rather than Boba Fett. So how he became his life as a soldier before he became the genetic father of the clone army.
before he
I'm-
literally
I-
became the patriarchy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I speak under correction, but I seem to remember seeing something about that somewhere down the line.
Yeah,
You'd be right.
I think Rogue One is about the Death Star plans being stolen or something.
Yeah,
The Rogue One, sorry, is the Star Wars movie coming out next year.
A lot of Bothans died to get those plans, so I'm hoping to see that because I'd love to see what a Bothan looks like when it's dying.
Sure, fair enough.
It's bugged me for a long time since they said a lot of Bothans died to get these plans. I was like, what the fuck is a Bothan?
And not another thought was given to those
Like
Bothans.
never, not once more. No, it's just like, oh,
I
no, I said they
presume
did.
Bothans are like South Africans, like just
Just
They-
these
because
people,
Botha?
they're there.
yeah. They couldn't pronounce it in space, so they just said Bothans, but it's like Botas. Like
Butters.
a
So
great
actually-
twist would be if the Bothans are actually the people who were holding on to the plans, and they had to be killed in order to get the plans.
sure.
So it was, in fact, so they were celebrating the fact they were like, yeah, we killed a fucking lot of Bothans to get these plans. There were hundreds of them, and we killed all of them. But without screaming about it, like, they were animals, and they killed them like animals. Like, none of that. Just them celebrate the fact that they committed mass genocide. Yeah, I'll be fine with that. See, that's good. That's good in my book. Okay, cool. We have basically, I think we've pretty much figured out where Star Wars needs to go from here on. JJ, if you're listening, what the fuck are you doing? Well, yeah, but at least you've got some good
JJ,
ideas
if you are
now.
listening, congratulations on only one lens flare in the Force Awakens. By my count,
That is
congratulations
impressive.
on one lens flare. You did well, but please don't use the rest of it in Star Trek 3 because we know you're going to do it.
He's not doing
Just
Star Trek
saving
3
all-
though.
Isn't
does
he?
he have?
I-
No, he's not.
Yeah, but he's there in a.
He's like producing or
exec
something.
Producer or something. So yeah, he just
Um,
occasionally
they
goes and
gave
does
it-
some
Does that
cocaine
mean-
and fucks the interns.
Holy shit, does that mean like
the-
Star Wars 3 could actually be good? Star Trek 3, sorry, could actually
Oh
be
no,
good.
it's been done by the guy who did Fast 7, I think. So
Oh.
Well, there, and
So
that's
there's
the end
gonna
of
be
my
some
interest.
bombs. There's gonna be some bombs then. That's what I get from that.
Yeah, then halfway through, Vin Diesel's gonna fucking appear in a stupid car and crash into the Enterprise.
no, he's going
Dude,
to
I-
appear in like a pumped out Enterprise.
Pimped out Enterprise, like,
Yeah.
oh, what's up, man? And then The Rock will come swinging in and punch someone in the face and then
Why
start
can't they just
rubbing
do-
baby oil on himself.
I know this might sound like very primitive of me to say, but I really wish they could do like a Star Trek movie the way I would expect a Star Trek movie to be done. I mean, it's not going to be all flashy and stuff like Star Wars, but that's kind of the point. Like, it's supposed to be this cool, like, how do you say it?
It's
Like
supposed-
this like
It's supposed to be
space
exploratory.
drama. Yeah. But
Not fucking. They're not a war machine, but somehow every single time they seem to be getting in all the movies. Like, well, and also we know it's not going to, but I'd really like to see the Enterprise fucking survive a movie.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be
Like,
nice.
Abrams literally said, like, in an interview, he was like, I don't like Star Trek. I'm a Star Wars fan, so I just made Star Trek like Star Wars. He literally said that in an interview.
Well, no, now it makes so much sense. He tanked
Yeah.
Star Trek so that Star Wars rises like way, way above it. Brilliant.
I
Although,
don't know.
I don't know a lot about. I don't know all that much about Star Trek, but from what I've seen, a modern interpretation of it should kind of feel like Firefly on a bigger scale.
Yep.
See,
that's
I
pretty much it.
quite, to be honest, I quite like the new Star Trek movies. I'll put up my hand and say it.
They're
But
entertaining.
purely for entertainment value, and if you take away all of the Star Trek lore and purpose and entire backstory and canon and universe and just remove it all and have it as those movies are the only thing that's ever been made about Star Trek, then they're pretty fucking great.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
when you
They're
watch it, and
entertaining on their own.
you're just like, wait, this isn't what you're supposed to be doing. This is not your job. Stop it.
That kind of happens a lot nowadays, though. Like, I call it the Max Payne 3 problem, where it's a really good game, but not as
It's
a
not
Max
a Max
Payne
Payne
game.
movie, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Rockstar game.
Yeah.
So Star Trek 1 and 2 should have basically been called Shit Happens in Space 1 and
Yeah.
Shit Happens in
Yeah.
Space 2.
Nice.
Adventures of Cock, basically.
Adventures of Cock. Cock or Kirk? Because if there are Adventures of Cock, that's a completely different movie. But I
Well,
probably
no,
looked
that's
at
the
anyway.
one is the
Oh, no.
real movie, the other one is one parody.
I was going to say that would
Obviously.
be
Yeah.
amazing. That would be an amazing porn parody. I have come to save your planet. Oh wait, but you wouldn't be able to. I can't do a very good impression of William Shatner, but that's all you're going to get, I'm afraid.
I don't know, I think that was good enough. It was stilted enough.
You got to get them gaps in there. Right, okay, gentlemen, I think we should probably kill it off now, as it is Sunday evening and we have got work on the morrow. So if there's any last things you'd like to say, now would be a good time to do it.
Can I
I
go
like
first?
ice cream.
You go for it, Cavie.
Well, since this is the second time that I've been on, thank you very much for having me, firstly. And
Again.
I go ahead.
Like I said again,
Yeah, yeah.
but officially the first
yeah.
time that people will hear it.
Officially the first time that anyone will hear this. But you guys missed out on a cool conversation where I talked about why I don't like Batman Arkham games. But hey, whatevs.
You missed out on a lot of shit. It would have been possibly the best
was cool.
episode that was ever been put out by any podcast ever, and someone fucked it up. I'm not going to
would
mention
have
my name,
won awards.
but it definitely wasn't me in any way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, it
But
was
I
me.
just want to say, since since that last podcast, some things did happen. The site formerly known as EGMR did close down.
Yes.
Which was quite sad, to be honest.
It was a bit
It
of a
was
shock. I
labor
didn't see
flop
that
for many
coming.
years. But for what it's worth, the site is still up. So even though we're not going to be putting out any new updates, if you ever have like an inkling to read some opinions or just derp, maybe you just want to troll some old site because you know we can't do anything about it, go ahead. DDoS us.
Now's the time to do it.
Change our background. Whatever. So yeah, by all means, EGMR.net if you're bored. but by all means, keep it tuned to Geeknode as well because those guys do well.
Thanks,
That's
mate.
pretty much it.
Cool. AG, anything from your side, mate?
So
It's been
always a
fun.
pleasure.
That's
has.
about all I have to say. It's been fun,
Absolutely.
and thank you for having me.
We've covered all the most pertinent issues and probably solved 90% of them to an amazingly accurate degree. I think we should be put in charge of all of the world's issues and there'd be no more war or hunger.
if I was in charge of the world's issues, let's be honest, I would probably institute a worldwide ban on the word problematic, and if someone said it, like, it would be punishable by death. So yeah, vote for me, dude.
Vote Cavie. Whee! Lauren, anything from your side, my dear?
Yeah, no, I had some really nice ice cream today.
Wait, was that ice cream or ass cream?
Ice cream!
Okay, good. I don't know, I thought maybe you had some new chamomile lotion or something. Where was your nice ice cream from?
It was from my fridge. It came from the
Yay! Well, there you go. You heard it here first. Pick and Pay has
What's
the
your-
best ice cream.
What's your flavor of choice? Because I'm a chocolate dude.
chocolate and mint.
Nice one.
Oh, but mint
You can't
chocolate's the
not have
best of the
chocolate.
flavors. No, mint chocolate's the way to go. It's the same as
Yeah.
a Magnum. It's the same as, it doesn't matter what kind of ice cream it
And
is.
it's healthy
mint
because it's
chocolate.
green. You know, like it's got a bit of green in it anyway.
It's got to
So
be good for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, thank
Excellent.
you for letting me come on again, Pikey.
It's
Even
a
though I was
pleasure.
in the bathroom last time.
Well, thank you for not dialing in while you were doing a poo this time. It's made for a much more pleasurable experience, and it's been lovely to
Aw.
have you all as always. And I love all of you.
Even me.
we love you too.
I love all of you.
I assume this
everyone.
is just him being drunk, but I can't tell.
No, I did have a couple of beers earlier, but no, I genuinely just do love everyone except for the people who clap at the end of movies. You are
It's mostly
fucking
the tea
idiots.
speaking.
Stop it. It could be. I have had a lot of tea. Right, we're going to kill it off there, gentlemen. Thanks again for joining us,
Cool.
Lauren. Again, lovely to have you on board, and I hope everyone's had a wonderful Christmas, and we will see you again next week, hopefully. Take care, everyone.